All right, hello and welcome. So I know it has been a long time since my last YouTube video, and for those of you that have been wanting more stuff from me, I would just like to remind everybody that I do have a Stream Archives YouTube channel for those of you that are looking for that stuff, and of course, with that, I do also stream on Twitch, which I've been doing quite a bit with E3 going on, talking over all the conferences and all that business, and then also streaming Warframe in between those things, and doing all kinds of various other stuff there. Along with E3 and all those streams happening, I haven't had a whole lot of time to work on YouTube videos because I've been doing some family stuff that I won't go into. But I wanted to take this video and kind of bring everything that we learned recently together. First and foremost, this is going to be a video that goes over all of the official stuff that we know about the sacrifice coming out this week. And after talking about all of the official stuff, we're going to talk about some leaks that happened and kind of speculate upon those and what merit those have per kind of section of them, let's say. So first and foremost, let's get into the official stuff, which is the Sacrifice teaser and coming changes that we already know about. Sacrifice, like I said, is out this week, and there's going to be a lot of new things coming with it. We're going to get the first rendition of UI Prime, which is this. This is going to be highly customizable, and you're going to be able to change like the colors and all that business, have like a purple theme. There's going to be a bunch of options with changing how this stuff looks for those of you that don't like the black and gold color scheme. Personally, I'm probably going to be sticking to default myself. But this is not going to roll out all at once. They're not going to replace the entire UI of the game all in one go. There's about 131 screens, I believe they said, and they are replacing about 8 in the Sacrifice update itself. This is actually, I think, purely a good thing, because if they replace only the 8 screens, then we can give them like condensed feedback on those 8 screens. Like, what's bad about it? What do we not like? Like, this is kind of clunky maybe. And those things can be fixed up in a much more focused manner, which I think is kind of the ideal way to roll out a thing like this. And actually makes me more excited about the UI Prime, because if they're doing the slow rollout, then the focused feedback should make it so that this UI is definitely an upgrade from the current UI, which is what everybody wants. Anyway, moving on from that, we have some just various items that we're going to be getting, which is going to be the Umbra Armor. This is going to go on any Warframe, not just Excalibur. That's just the model that they're using it. They're putting it on to show it off. That's going to be purchasable, obviously. Then the Umbra Cat and Dog Armor. So if you want your cat and or dog to have a glorious scarf, then you can have that. And then we have the Umbra Operator Armor. So first and foremost, one on the far left, yes, that is absolutely Nier Automata blindfold, like 100%, like could not be more that thing. And the rest of these cosmetics look fine. I am wondering if the hooded Umbra scarf, can I just have not the hood on that part, actually? Because, like, you know, our operators have hair, and that's always, it's usually nice to see that part of your customization, if I'm being completely honest. So that's cool. Besides that, there are going to be new Twitch drops with the drop of the Sacrifice. So if you come over to the Twitch channel and watch me or any other Warframe partner, you're going to get a bunch of cool stuff, including like the Twitch linking and all that, which you're going to get the Sindana, and then you're going to get an operator headpiece and what looks like, it looks like it's a ship decoration. It looks like it's like a bust of Teshin, and that's cool. And then that bottom thing right there below the Teshin bust, that's actually a glyph that the partners already have access to. So if I'm on stream and I'm just streaming some Warframe, feel free to ask what that actually looks like. It's a glyph that I think looks really cool, and it was part of the teaser for like the lead up to this. But yeah, that's cool stuff. If you guys want to come hang out on the Twitch channel and get some cool stuff, that's the way to do it. And then that's kind of it for the Sacrifice stuff, but there are some changes around that we know about. We're getting the Exalted Weapon changes with this update, so Exalted Weapons are going to be separately moddable. How that goes is going to depend entirely on what polarities they put on all of the Exalted Weapons. It could either be amazing, or it could be like a real shit show where they want you to dunk 6 Forma on all Exalted Warframes, which would be... which would be unfortunate. Let's call it unfortunate. Besides that, there is a pretty important change that I would like to talk about, because I feel like people are just taking it as is, and that seems kinda dumb. And that is the Limbo Titania Dev Workshop. So basically, for Limbo, he is being nerfed. There are a lot of people that are like, no, this is a buff. This is not a buff. This is a nerf and a quality of life improvement that we should be getting anyway. So, Limbo Stasis is losing half of its duration. It's going from 30 seconds base to 15 seconds base. That is a nerf. There's no way out of that. That is how a nerf works. With that will make him significantly more annoying to play. It will not be impossible to play Limbo. I'm sure he'll be playable, but having his duration cut in half like that means that that duration no longer lines up with the duration of Cataclysm, which just makes it annoying to play as Limbo. With that, his ability to annoy teammates will no longer be there because no teammates, including Limbo himself, will be able to stop bullets on the ally side with stasis. So basically, you and your entire team can now just shoot your guns during stasis. There are a lot of people that are saying that this is a buff. That's not a buff. You could already use melee weapons during stasis, and melee weapons are de facto stronger than like all guns in the game. So that's not what a buff is. If you could already use the strongest thing, now you can use the other stuff if you want. That's just a quality of life improvement that makes it less annoying to be on a team with Limbo if you're one of the people that wants to shoot their gun at the enemies. So yeah, that's a quality of life improvement that we should have got anyway, and a nerf. Just let that be known. Besides that, we are getting a Titania buff. Basically, secondary mods are going to be used on her exalted weapons instead of primary or shotgun mods. Secondary mods are significantly more powerful than the other variants of mods, so that's good for Titania. That doesn't really solve the problem of Titania's 1 through 3 being, like, mediocre to useless. So she will continue to be pretty bad, but her 4 will continue to do damage, so there's that. One of the main things I'm worried about with Titania is that she actually has 2 exalted weapons, because she has her little Arcwing, like, piece of shit stick for her melee. So a full build on Titania, where you're, like, maxing it out all the way, actually could theoretically make you spend, like, 15 Forma, which is real fucked up. That's a real fucked up thing. More realistically, I think it'll actually probably take, like, 6 if they give, like, the proper polarities to those 2 weapons, but there is the nightmare situation of you spending, like, almost 15 Forma on Titania, who is the worst frame in the game right now. So yeah, that's all of the official stuff. Now let's get into some leaks. So these leaks are pertaining to Venus a lot. So yeah, there's only one Umber thing, or 1 or 2 Umber things, let's say, in here. And we're going to go over the Venus leaks first. Well, I guess we're going to go over the next Prime first. I actually forgot that this was even a leak because it's basically been official for months if you know how the Prime rotation works. But Limbo Prime is next. Where he's coming with the Destreza Prime and the Piranha Prime. This is old news at this point. Reddit has been exploding about this, and I'm sure you've seen many other YouTubers already make videos about this before me. But yeah, the leak is that it's Limbo Prime, Destreza Prime, Piranha Prime. I think these are going to be some good primes. From the leak, Limbo Prime looks real cool, Destreza Prime looks real cool, and Piranha Prime is what we thought we were getting when we got Euphona Prime, so I'm sure people will be very happy about that. Besides that, let's talk about the Venus open world stuff. So this is from a leak on 4chan. That is, hey, that's very important to note, is that this could all be fake as shit. The Limbo Prime stuff is kind of separate, and that's almost certainly real. But everything else we're about to talk about could be the fakest shit you ever seen. So I have the posts here, and first and foremost is the mining. This is meaning basically that, hey guys, we're going to have even more mining to do on Venus. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding to have even more mining. That's what we all wanted, is the same thing again. Guys, do you like fishing? Well, what about fishing for robots? Alright, we're going to put that in there. We're going to get you some robot fishing. So, more fishing and mining. Hooray! Everyone celebrate. I don't know about you guys, but I am really fucking sick of fishing and mining. I have mined a lot of garbage. A lot of garbage to get the arcanes that I'm using. And fishing has gotten better, but, like, man, if it launches as bad as the fishing on Cetus started, oh boy, that's gonna be some kind of time. With that, there's also a somewhat leak for some, like, debugging text, basically, that there is maybe possibly a hunting system to go along with that, which maybe that would be more interesting. That would be something new that I would at least be, like, willing to try. But I'm already very aware that fishing and mining are not something I want to continue to do in every open world that gets released. Not really feeling it. Besides that, we got some stuff on the gun Exodia. Shock and surprise, we've already been able to speculate on this pretty confidently. There are going to be gun Zaws in the new open world, which is actually pretty interesting. Like melee Zaws have turned out to be really cool, and some of the strongest weapons in the game also. So gun Zaws could do some really interesting things, and them having their own specific Exodia could do even more. These two like placeholder ones though for what these are, probably not very good. Converts the clip into a battery weapon. That's bad. Just reloading is usually going to just be better than having a battery clip. And then slowing down player movement speed while aim firing in the air. This probably means you'll hover instead of gliding, which is kind of like a cool add, but doesn't really give you any particular power. And also, if you stop completely in the air, enemies will just shoot you. Like, you keeping movement is actually usually what you want. So this might actually be a downgrade in some respects, so that's unfortunate. And then we have some possible leaked dialogue from the Kingpin system, which I'll just let you guys read if you want to. This reads like it is straight out of Shadow of Mordor, so, like, hey, that's what we wanted. I think that system would work well in Warframe. So the Kingpin system might be a thing we see with Venus, which would be fairly interesting. That would be a cool way to go. I'm definitely not opposed to more of the Nemesis system stuff because I really enjoyed that in the game that it is home to. So if we get that here, then sure. And now let's move on to some other stuff. We've got the Battleship, Corvette, Cruiser, Destroyer, Frigate. That was a leaked system that everybody's just trying to make sense of. So what this reads as to me is way back whenever Steve was streaming on Sundays, he showed pieces of a mode that he was working on and concepting. And it was like a space battle, like a team using a ship, fighting all kinds of stuff and like protecting their ship and stuff. Very like, what if Warframe was FTL? And to me, this reads as being that. There is also definitely the potential that this is just the vehicles on Venus, like just the cars and stuff that we're going to be getting. But to me, this reads as that mode that Steve was working on, that we might be getting, and this might relate somehow to the sacrifice with possibly giving us like the Tau system or something. I don't think that'll actually happen, and this could be future content for like the Tau system or doing some more space stuff. But like Battleship, Corvette, Cruiser, Destroyer, Frigate, like those things don't read as cars to me. Those read as ships, which wouldn't be a thing you'd be doing on land on Venus, or at least I don't think so. So, you know, that's just my take on this. It's like hard to read in terms of like knowing exactly what it is, but that's a thing. Also, this is like probably minor spoilers, but like they're spoilers in a way that it wouldn't matter even if they were spoilers, which is a new story boss being in this data mine called Iza. That doesn't matter one way or another. That name doesn't mean anything. If that said Ballus, then it's like, oh yeah, of course, it's the sacrifice boss, which still wouldn't mean anything. So hey, there's probably a new character on the way. Maybe we'll see him in the sacrifice. This name being leaked out doesn't mean anything, and DE could very easily just change the name if that's the name they were planning on using anyway. And in addition to that, there's going to be an Excalibur Umbranoggle. Welcome to that, everyone. I'll be happy to add that to my ship. So yeah, that is like, hey, it's kind of the quick and dirty. It's kind of a lot. There's many things going on here. That's like leaks, official stuff, all that business. One way or another, the sacrifice is this fucking week, and I'm going to be streaming it and covering it otherwise on the channel. For those of you that are wondering if the stream archive of the sacrifice is going to go up on the stream archive channel, it actually isn't, because I know a lot of you probably want to watch me play through the sacrifice. It is going to go up on the main channel, and for those of you that are on console and are going to be going dark on spoilers, don't worry, it will be very clearly marked, and the thumbnail won't be a spoiler, so you don't have to just like blacklist my channel or anything like that. Anyway, that is going to do it for this video. And also, hey, I'm hopefully going to get this video out before the Nintendo conference. So if you want to come hang out while we do that, please feel free to. I will see you guys later.